on WSRH Extra, a new teacher helps a program take off.
Also, a fresh take on NIL in high school.
Plus, an experienced student giving a chance to the inexperienced. WSRH Extra starts now.
Welcome to this special episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Brock Lingarte.
And I'm Brooke Foray. Today we'll be taking a look at the pieces we submitted to our districts and state FSPA competitions. A new drone program is taking flight at the Ridge. WSRH Extra reporter Olivia Evans has more on the man behind the controls.
Here at Seminole Ridge, a new drone program is being led by a new teacher, Dennis Mole.
He makes sure we understand what's going on and learn more about the topic or the subject. But in all, he's just a great teacher, and I appreciate him.
Students are not the only people on campus impressed by Mr. Mole. His daughter-in-law, Christina Mole, is also a big fan.
He is just the greatest person that you can ever hope to meet. So sweet, so kind. He will do anything for anybody.
This opinion is shared by not only students and fellow faculty, but also his grandchildren.
Well, we have a great relationship. We live right next door to each other, so I get to see my grandkids and have dinner with my grandkids almost every night. It's just great.
They get to just walk over there, they'll surprise him, and in typical grandfather fashion, he's like, every time, even though, there's no real scare there.
Even with having a soft side, he is still able to show off his tough side through a very important role, a former chief in the Navy.
Can you tell us about that experience a little more?
Most of it's beyond top secret, but...
Still, what he could tell us was impressive and would look good on any resume.
We used to do what drones are doing now via satellite and helped pioneer a lot of that satellite imagery and stuff like that. Not many people have actually done space-based multispectral imagery, but I have.
As Mr. Mole continues to follow his passions and lead the drone program into the new school year, it's sure to take off. For WSRH Extra, I'm Olivia Evans.
Recently, college athletes have begun utilizing name, image, and likeness deals. However, the debate still stands on whether high school athletes should get the same opportunities. WSRH Extra reporter Reagan Bresnahan has the story.
Name, image, and likeness, or NIL, a legal concept referring to an individual's right of publicity, their ability to capitalize on anything that identifies them. From college gymnastics to college football, Olivia Dunn to Kool-Aid McKinstry, student athletes across the country have managed to score millions of dollars through NIL deals. This begs the question, should we allow high school students to benefit from NIL opportunities? While the prospect of high school student athletes making millions of dollars is exciting, the introduction of NILs raises a more pressing issue. Predatory lending. Without proper oversight, there's the risk of players mortgaging their futures for money in the present. Case in point, Gervon Dexter. The Chicago Bears' second-round pick signed a predatory NIL deal for just over $400,000 that requires he pay back 15% of everything he earns for the next 25 years. That's over $1 million just on his rookie contract. Without proper oversight, even college players don't get it right. If they aren't reading the fine print, how do we expect high schoolers to? Currently, collegiate student athletes have managed to find some incredible opportunities through NIL. So yes, with proper management, NILs in high school could be a home run for student athletes. But even the pros haven't gotten it right just yet. Until we can learn to deal with the growing issue of NILs in colleges and universities, we should keep them out of high schools. Reporting for WSRH Extra, I'm Reagan Bresnahan.
A club here at the Ridge is making a difference in our community, one sandwich at a time. WSRH Extra reporter Caitlin Clark has the story.
It doesn't really count, but if she's your friend.
Homelessness has been a large issue over the past few years in South Florida. However, one club at the Ridge is helping to change that.
So Helping the Homeless is a club that where we make sandwiches for a street ministry. It's basically kids with big hearts that want to help the more than 38,000 kids in Palm Beach County that don't know where their next meal's coming from.
Helping the Homeless Club adds some much-needed perspective for both students and teachers alike.
I'm definitely more thankful when I see that like some of these people are barely eating anything, and I'm here having full meals. I have a roof over my head.
You know, by the grace of God, we're not homeless. You know, it can happen to anyone. There's no real one demographic.
Some kids even go above and beyond to try to put themselves in the shoes of homeless people through different activities around the county.
There were about 6 kids that drove all the way to Jupiter to the Sleep Out, which is an event where you actually sleep outside to get a feel for what it's like to not have a roof.
Miss Baker's unwavering passion, which has helped to feed so many, comes from an unfortunate place.
It touched my heart because my youngest child died at college, and he had a heart for the homeless since he was very small. And so it just seemed like it was a good time and a good fit.
It's clear that here at the Ridge, helping the homeless has a positive impact on both the students who run it, as well as the homeless community who receive the help they need. For WSRH Extra, I'm Caitlin Clark.
Running down the line of being a student athlete can be difficult for many, but a football player here at the Ridge is excelling at it. WSRH Extra reporter Kira Tubb has the story.
Here at Seminole Ridge, we have a lot of student athletes, but this one student in particular stood out.
As a student, would be balancing sports, work, and homework, also trying to lose weight to get healthier. It was just like, on top of everything, I still had to work out, make sure my grades are good, and it took like a big impact on me mentally to keep going. So that was the hardest thing I'd overcome.
For some students, being both a student and athlete seems like a challenge. But for Daniel, even through difficult times, he continues to push through and work hard.
It's a lot of time. Students don't really know how much time these guys actually put in when we're not here. I mean, the 2.5 hours every day after school from 3 to 5:30 is just the tip of the iceberg.
People are recognizing the amount of work he is putting in and his efforts contributing to his sport, as well as getting schoolwork done in a manageable time.
After a game, I get home at like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and I still have to do homework and like still wake up after. So I don't go to bed till like 12, 1 o'clock sometimes doing homework. And like, it does suck, but like, you got to get it done.
As a busy person, Daniel is still striving to keep his grades up, dealing with heavy amounts of work and in such little time.
You know, all these guys have shortened time frames to get their homework done, study for tests, things like that. So to be able to maintain a high GPA while he maintains and excels in football, that's any parent and coach would be proud of what he's accomplished.
As well as his coach noticing how hard the time commitment is, he is proud of all of Daniel's accomplishments. His achievements inspire other students to work hard and aim for more.
It definitely is hard. It's not for the weak. I can tell you that much. Football is a really physical sport. So if you're not built for it, you're just not built for it, But like, it doesn't get hard, but once you get into the groove of things, it gets easier.
Balancing school and football sounds pretty tough, but for Daniel Pierre-Lewis, it's not that difficult after overcoming some challenges. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kira Taub.
Work experience can oftentimes be exclusive, but one student here at the Ridge is building a foundation for the future. WSRH Extra reporter Sam Guzman has the story.
For more than a decade, Seminole Ridge Construction Academy students have had the opportunity to build homes. However, this experience was only available to the students in the academy, but a student with a vision is helping to change this.
Construction Academy actually works with Habitat for Humanity, but those opportunities are only available to the kids in construction, so I started it as a way for everybody in the school to have the same opportunities.
Ekaterina decided that after 2 years, students outside of construction should have a chance to make a difference.
Freshman year in the Construction Academy, we get introduced to Habitat for Humanity, but I really started getting more involved with them my junior year. So right now it's like 2 years I've been working with them.
Ekaterina's ideas are also inspiring others on campus to get involved.
I sat with her for one of Mr. Williams' freshman classes, and we were describing the club to them. And at least a lot of them seemed pretty interested in it.
Though Ekaterina has spent a lot of time on the club, she believes it is worth every minute.
Absolutely, because they give me so many opportunities to just, share what they do with other people and help people have homes, so it's worth it.
Feeling to help others and keep working has always been there. As her peers say, she has always been a hard worker.
I've known Kat since middle school, and she was always really hardworking, and I just had a drive to get things done. Really smart too.
She has no intention on stopping this hard work, even having plans to continue helping others in the future.
So it is something that I like to volunteer for, and in the future, going forward, I would love to continue to help them out.
Without a doubt, Ekaterina has left a lasting impact for both students and families in need. As the year goes on, she'll continue to pave the way as a true Good Samaritan. For WSRH Extra, I'm Samuel Guzman.
Well, that's it for this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Brock Lankarte.
And I'm Brooke Foray. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Seminole Ridge TV.